Hello, Internet. It is I, Malik Aaron, and welcome back to the channel, part 144. Wow, I did not expect this news at all today. Not one bit. But we're going to be talking about two Warner Brothers movies that have legitimately been shelved, canned, canceled, whatever you want to call it. And the thing is with like this series, like nearly every single episode has been about movies being like delayed or pushed back or even pushed up or put on a streaming service. We rarely talk about movies that were supposed to come out and just never did. They just never saw the light of day. Till now. Or maybe I did in the past and I just forgot. But yeah, so two Warner Brothers movies have been canceled. Pretty much completely. One of those movies, as you see here, the main one, is Batgirl. That's the one everyone's talking about because it's the bigger movie. The second one is Scoob 2. I think it was called Scoob Holiday Home, but we'll talk about that later. So Batgirl, that's the important thing. Batgirl. As Deadline states, even though Batgirl is in the final stages of post-production, Deadline has confirmed that Warner Brothers and DC Films will not be releasing the movie on any platform, including theatrically. So basically, the movie's fucked. It's screwed. It's never going to come out. It's unfinished. It's literally in the ether forever. Now, with this movie, like, I originally heard it was going to be like HBO Max only. That was the initial plan, but then they were like, maybe we could do this theatrically. So it's kind of like a, maybe one or the other. And then I guess this time they're just like, we're doing neither. This movie has been killed. It's been, just dead. So apparently, reason why Deadline states this falls in line with the mandate put down by the new WB regime to cut back on the feature films premiering on the streamer and deciding which films will be released theatrically and which will be shelved. And sources close to the project say word came out down this week that Batgirl did not make the cut. So, as you know, there's this big merger between Warner Brothers and Discovery. Now it's called like Warner Brothers Discovery, I think. Big merger. There's like a new guy in charge. I forgot his name. It starts with forgot his name. It's like David Zalov. I think that's how you pronounce his name. He's like the new head honcho at Warner Bros. Discovery, and he's making a ton of calls. He is someone would say he's cutting the fat, or like he's trying to, get rid of what he deems as bad investments. I mean, I know like there was like a J.J. Abrams show that was gonna cost like $200 million. That got canceled completely. So this is clearly a money thing going on. And apparently the movie is supposed to cost like around like between 70 and $90 million, which really isn't that expensive in the grand scheme of things. Obviously, superhero movies cost like way more than that. The War of Love and Thunder costs like freaking $250. So I'm not sure why he thought like that, like 90 million was like that bad of an investment, but like whatever. Maybe the movie was just so bad that they were just like, you know what? This is not worth it. It's not worth it at all. So let's just can it. And can it so the public doesn't have to watch it. Maybe that's what happened. I don't know. Yeah, so it says here the decision follows several recent changes across the company, including major changes to HBO Max, with more expected with the upcoming earnings call later this week. So, yeah, it's not going to be it. I feel like there's going to be more shit going down with Warner Brothers Discovery and all their various properties, which is not going to be great for a lot of these future projects. I know like there was like a Wonder Twins movie that was announced and then got canceled before anything even happened to it. So, yeah. And now and like this is just so rare to see a movie just get legit canceled, especially while it's still filming or like while it's still in production, especially post-production. I mean, last time I've heard of such a thing was like Lone Ranger was very close to getting canceled, but Disney pushed through, which in hindsight they really shouldn't have because it became one of their biggest bombs. I mean, there was that, and apparently Matrix Resurrections was close to just being abandoned, but they pushed through on that, which again, probably not the best choice because that movie tanked, and due to HBO Max experiment, No Way Home, and the movie not being all that great. So, yeah, yeah. But with this, it leads to people been connecting the dots, been like, well, if Warner Brothers is willing to cancel Batgirl, are they gonna cancel The Flash with Ezra Miller? Like, are they gonna? Because there's been a lot of drama, obviously, with the Flash. I talked about it in its own little canceled episode with Ezra's shenanigans, what they've been up to these past few months, and none of it is good. It's the worst PR you can get. So logic would dictate that it'd be wise just to either delay the movie forever or just cancel it completely. And you know, if if the new head honcho at WB Discovery wants to cancel Batgirl, then why wouldn't he cancel The Flash? And I don't think anyone would be too mad about The Flash being canceled because that movie, I don't think it would have been worth it. It would have been like too costly. It had such like the worst PR of any superhero movie I've ever seen. So if it does get canceled, I'll definitely talk about it. So we'll see what happens. But we know Batgirl is done, is DOA. Which is a shame because I know like Brendan Fraser was involved in that movie. He was like gonna be the villain. I'm like, damn it. Brendan did not deserve this. He deserves better than this. But whatever, this was Warner Brothers' decision. So that's the first thing. Second thing, Scoob 2, called Scoob Holiday Haunt. Supposed to be the sequel to Scoob. Well, not anymore. It no longer exists. It has been shelved too. It has been scrapped. It's now DOA. Well, not even DOA. It's dead before arrival, so it's DBA. So this movie it only had like a budget of like $40 million, which is like nothing in the grand scheme of things. But now it's just done. And as you know, like Scoob was supposed to come out theatrically in 2020, May 2020. Obviously, that didn't work out for reasons that we all know, COVID and stuff. And it had like a digital premiere instead. I know it released theatrically like overseas, but like in America and the States, it was digital only. So, yeah. But I guess they were like, all right, what was Scoob? Not great. We can make a sequel and make it theatrical. But this is before that whole merger happened, before like the new head honcho at Warner Brothers Discovery came in and was like, that's Scoob 2, disgusting, get rid of that. So, yeah. And I guess the whole Hanna-Barbera cinematic universe is just dead too, because, trying to look here, what else? Yeah, the rest of this is like about Batgirl, which filmed like last December and just again completely died. But this didn't even have a date. I know it was like in production, it was in development, but that was it. And I know this like Scoob was supposed to start the Hanna-Barbera cinematic universe, where there's like a lot of cameos, a lot of characters from that universe in Scoob to set up the whole universe. It's one of those like really lazy, really just terrible ways to set up a cinematic universe. But I guess that's dead too. So I guess we could put the Hanna-Barbera cinematic universe on the same level as the Dark Universe when it comes to success. Only lasted one movie and that's it. But I could be wrong. Maybe they'll keep going, but I doubt it. Again, I think no, Warner Brothers Discovery would consider that a bad investment. So, yeah. Oh, and look here, HBO Max, freaking ad for that is very appropriate, considering what we're talking about here. The freaking Harley Quinn, Doom Patrol, Peacemaker, all DC shows. That's fantastic. The timing, like, that's just perfect. But yeah, that's it for today. I know not a lot, but it's pretty significant because this is maybe one of the only times ever with this series where I can legitimately say this movie has been canceled completely. Not delayed, not postponed, canceled. Just done. Killed. So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, did not expect that. It's like the freaking the freaking HBO Max experiment announcement all over again, where I don't see it coming at all. So, yeah. But now it's time to look at what will happen next. I mean, we're in August now. Everything in August should come out realistically. So August is set in stone. September set in stone too. Yeah, although Pearl's supposed to be for the 16th, but it's not on here. I imagine it will be on here very soon. October looks stable, to me. December, no, not December, November looks stable, and December looks stable. I think the rest of the year should be fine, realistically. There might be like one or two changes, maybe, but I think it should be fine. All these movies should realistically come out. But there's all these other movies that, well, are just not coming out anytime ever. So, I don't know. I don't know what will happen to any of these. I know Tomb Raider 2, like, MGM lost, like, the rights to it. And so, basically, that movie's dead, too. So, yeah. Yeah, but that's, like, 2022. 2023, yeah, January, got February, March. Warner Brothers is not getting rid of Aquaman 2. Even with Amber Heard, they're not going to get rid of that. The first Aquaman made $1 billion. Why would they cancel the sequel? That would make no financial sense. Then you got April. Well, last year in New York, that's was canceled pretty much completely. I mean, I know it's been undated, but I don't think that movie's ever going to start production. So, yeah. Then you got May. I know Book Club 2, that's for May 12th. Flash. Ooh, the chances of that coming out are really not good now. The chances of it not releasing are actually getting higher and higher. Especially after what happened with Batgirl. So that might be the next thing I talk about, depending on what happens during this freaking earnings call with Warner Brothers Discovery. But we'll see. But the rest here should realistically come out. And then you got July, which is like whatever. And then you got August. And then you got September. Then October. Then November. Then December. Yeah. Yeah. So the main thing I'm going to be looking at for a little bit is what happens with The Flash. Because after Batgirl, anything could happen. So, and I don't think Warner Bros. Discovery would really want to deal with any more horrible PR with the Flash movie. So, probably be wise just to not release it. But who knows? Who knows? Who knows what will happen at this point? But yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, share the whole drill. Want to check out more videos like this? Got playlists on the homepage for all previous videos I made. All previous episodes, all 144 up to this point. we're really inching towards 150. Like, we're really getting there, which scares me a little bit because I never thought we'd make it this far. But hey, you know, what can I do? So if you want to watch any of the previous cancel episodes, because I've talked about Scoob once. That was very early on. That was like episode 3 of canceled. So if you want to watch that video, like the very early days where no one had a clue what was happening, you can do that, or watch any other cancel episodes. Binge it from beginning to now. Highly encourage it. So go do that. There's also box office predictions where I predict box office for movies. This weekend I do Bullet Train and Easter Sunday, aka like the last gasp of summer before everything just dies after that. So that should be interesting. So stay tuned for those videos. But if you want to watch any of the past prediction videos I made on the channel this year, you can go right ahead. There's also box office recaps where I go over the box office results for any particular month. July recap should come out tomorrow. Yeah. Well, actually, technically today, as I'm recording this, so the 3rd, Wednesday, should be published then. So stay tuned for that. But if you want to watch any of the past recap videos I've done on the channel, you can do that. And yeah, that's it. That's all. I am out. Goodbye.